Good morning once again from Tanjung Balai, Sumatra, Indonesia, and welcome back to Planet Doug. And how's my planet doing today? Well, pretty good. I tried to go on another bike ride yesterday, but the second I stepped outside, the rain came thundering down. So yesterday I didn't go anywhere, which is probably a good thing. And today my planet is nice and sunny once again. It's a Sunday here in Tanjung Balai, and Sundays do tend to be a little bit quieter, but we are talking about a pretty bustling place, so even a Sunday out here on a bicycle takes a lot of your attention, making sure you keeping an eye on your rear view mirror, people coming up behind you, what's coming up ahead of you from the left, from the right. Things could land on top of you in a place like Tanjung Balai. Yeah, you really have to have hyper alertness going out on a bicycle here. And I may or may not have that today. I'll talk about that as well, because 2 days ago I went out on a bike ride, and if you saw that video, you know I didn't even make it to where I wanted to go because I've been ill for a while, not eating. And I ended up kind of just feeling faint, like I was going to pass out the entire time. And that was I guess a combination of how hot it was. It was incredibly hot. And I guess I was really dehydrated and still not feeling well. And I just hadn't eaten for so long. And it turns out I made a mistake. I said in that video that I'd been fasting to try and get rid of this illness for about 5 days. I hadn't eaten for 5 days. Turns out it was a lot longer than that. Coming up on an intersection here, so I'm gonna have to concentrate. Maybe I can use this Becak as a shield. There we go. Made it. Yeah, I was thinking back, and it turned out that I'd more or less been fasting for about 10 days because, yeah, this goes all the way back to the beginning of April. I started feeling ill off and on since the beginning of April, and then I got really, really sick on April 16th. I guess that was last week, Wednesday, something like that. And then on the 17th, basically, I stopped eating. So, yeah, I started fasting on April 17th. Not fasting for any health reasons other than whenever I get a stomach bug like this, the only thing that gets rid of it is basically to stop feeding it, which means also feeding myself. And that's the only way it ever goes away. So I was fasting for several days, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And I thought I was starting to feel better. So I did have a meal. And that was like 5 or 6 days ago. I had lunch. And it turned out it was premature. And after I had lunch, really sick all over again. So that's when I started fasting again after that lunch. But essentially, I've had one meal in 10 days. And that may seem pretty extreme to a lot of people that don't have this experience, but I don't know, I've done it a lot in my life, and through trial and error, when I get a stomach bug, I can go get antibiotics, I can do this, I can do that, I can try to eat only mild, like oatmeal and bananas or something, you know, you alter your diet, you get antibiotics, do whatever you need to do, and I never, ever, ever get better. And over my lifetime, rightly or wrongly, I've developed this belief that the only way to get better is to stop eating and take it as long as possible. And then once I start feeling like I've recovered, I can slowly start to eat again. And today is not that day yet. So Anyway, that's why I was so out of it on my first bike ride a couple days ago. And I was saying then that I hadn't eaten I had been fasting for 5 days. And it turned out, no, not really. I've been fasting for 10 days. There was just one meal in the middle of that period of time. So anyway, I'm very curious to see what happens on this bike ride. So far, I feel pretty good. The problem the other day, yeah, I cannot get these GoPro mounts tight enough, no matter what I do. Keeps, yeah, I have a RAM mount, and the RAM mount is nice and solid. It will never ever move. But you can't have just the, speed bumps. You can't have just the RAM mount. You also have to have some sort of a GoPro mount on top of the RAM mount. And then you have to put in some kind of a thumb screw. And yeah, they're plastic, combination of plastic and metal. And I tighten them with all the strength I have in my arms. And when you go over a bump, the torque is still too great, and the GoPro starts to move no matter what you do on roads like this anyway, on a bicycle. So yeah, that's where I am now, and out for another bike ride. I'm just trying to ease back into rejoining the world by taking these short bike rides. And yeah, I guess before we continue on, I'm going to switch over to Google Maps for a second and show you where it is that I'm going today. If you've seen any of my Blue Dot featurettes for my videos, this view will look very familiar. This is Google Maps, of course, of Sumatra and Malaysia. And this is not the Blue Dot feature. This is just me telling you, hopefully, briefly, where I'm going today. So let's start with where I am. And where I am is about right here. You see that name, Pematang Siantar. I'm not there. I'm on the coast of Sumatra, but just underneath the word, right about there. So let's zoom in, and there it is. There's Tanjung Balai, so that's where I am right now. And let's keep zooming in on Tanjung Balai. That looks pretty good. So there's my hotel, Hotel Malahayati, so that is where I am right now. And the area I want to visit today is over here, where you can see my cursor circling. I'm interested in this area mainly because I haven't been there before. All of my previous cycling and even walking around Tanjung Balai has focused mainly on this area and this riverside area. This is the downtown core of Tanjung Balai. And of course, I've gone across the river and up in this district many, many times. I've taken boats up and down the river. So I've explored everywhere north of Tanjung Balai, everywhere in downtown Tanjung Balai. But this district is right on the other side of this small river. So you can see how this river curves around, and it sort of cuts off and creates almost a little peninsula here. And for some reason, I don't think I've ever crossed over into this district. So if we zoom in on this area a little bit more, you can see one of the reasons I may not have gone there is because it has this one bridge crossing the river and then this one over here. And they're both kind of out of the way, and I've never gone into this region. So it may not look very interesting here on Google Maps, but what I like to do, of course, is turn on satellite view. And once you turn on satellite view, you get a much more interesting perspective. And now suddenly it's like, okay, this could be quite interesting. It's because you cross the bridge here, and then it has a lot of coastline here along the river. And then if you continue all the way down here, you can exit onto this dirt road and then get into this more of a rural district. And these little residential areas here look quite fascinating. So if I ride my bike all the way to here, I could duck down into this area and this area over to here. And then it looks like there's a interesting bridge crossing here. So I want to ride my bike around here if I manage to do it. And then along this road here, maybe inside this whole area. And one thing I noticed is that as soon as you cross the bridge, you come across a prison. So that's something to keep an eye out for. This is the local Tanjung Balai prison. I wasn't aware that there was a prison here, so I'm going to be riding my bike by this prison, and I'll point it out when I do so. And I think there's a school here. So you've got basically a prison and I think this is a nursery school right beside each other, which is quite interesting. And then I'll ride in this direction. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go. My idea is to ride down this main road, Jalan Jenderal Sudirman, to get to this point, and then I'm going to turn and cross this bigger bridge. And when I go back, I'll probably exit the same way, because there is a fruit drink stall right here that I know about, and I'll probably end my trip with a banana smoothie over here somewhere. So anyway, that's where I'm going today. Let's zoom out a little bit. Again, here's my hotel right now. So I'm going to go there the most direct way I can think of, straight down this road to the main road, over to here, turn right, and then cross the bridge into this little cut-off part of Tanjung Balai. All right, let's get back to my bicycle. So that's where I'm going, and I'm probably halfway there, maybe even more than halfway. I'm almost up to where I need to turn right to go across that little bridge. And the other thing I'm doing today, I'm also running 3 GoPros again, like I did on that other video. So I've got this GoPro ahead of me, the Hero 12. That's my main GoPro, my vlogging camera. It has the Rode Wireless Go microphone attached to it, and I have the microphone transmitter here around my neck, under my shirt. So that's how I'm recording audio. But then I have another GoPro, this one, that is pointing ahead of my bicycle. And then I have a third GoPro now mounted on the seat post to this one, and it is aiming behind me. And I'm experimenting, just playing around with this, seeing how it goes. Of course, if you've got 3 GoPros recording a 4K video, you basically end up tripling the amount of data, like video files, that you need to copy and then paste onto your laptop and back up onto hard drives, and then enter into the editing program. And then you've got video from 3 different GoPros that you have to sync up using the audio waveform. And then it adds a lot of work and time to the process, but I like to play around with different approaches, see how it works out. So I think this is my intersection where I head towards the bridge. Yeah, I can even see the bridge. I just remembered I was actually here in this neighborhood once before. I met a local woman who used to be an English teacher, and then she invited me to join her for lunch one day to meet up with another English teacher from Kisaran. And the 3 of us met at this restaurant, which is just down this road. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I had a hard time finding this restaurant because it was so tucked away back here. But I eventually tracked it down. Just up ahead on my right is the restaurant, and we sat at a table right beside the river. And I remember it was an interesting place because right from there you could see the river, and there was like a dam structure controlling the water flow. And while we were sitting there having lunch, we saw all kinds of local boats going up and down the river. So there's the river. This is the small river. In that Google Maps segment, I talked about how a small river cut off this landmass and made a bit of a kind of a peninsula. This is the river I was showing in Google Maps, and that's the main river up ahead. So on the other side of this bridge is this whole community that I was talking about that I've never visited. So yeah, let's get across the bridge. I want to show the other side as well. Yeah, so here's the other side of the river. That's the restaurant I was just talking about. We were sitting at this table right here. So from here I could see the river, and just up ahead there's the dam that I was talking about. I've never seen it closed to control the water flow, but like it may or may not be operational, I don't know. But that's it over there. And again, over here is the peninsula I was talking about. And when I was looking at Google Maps, I was talking about a prison. And there it is, right ahead of me on the corner. To my eye, from a distance, it looks abandoned. There's a guard tower there on the corner, but I don't see anybody in the windows. But who knows? A lot of buildings in Sumatra look abandoned to me, and then they turn out to still be in use. And I broke out my pannier bag. Lately, I've been using a knapsack just to keep life simple. But now I'm using my pannier bag, so you can see. It was just because the other day I was I was so weak and so tired. The knapsack on my back was really wearing me down. So I thought, yeah, okay, let's use a pannier bag this time. And this one I've customized. So even though it mounts on the bike, I've customized it so that I can also turn it into a backpack. I have my own specialized straps, and I can wear it on my back. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but for short distances, it's doable. So, yeah, here's somebody getting on their boat. Yeah, the other day when I was feeling so faint and dizzy and I wasn't even able to find the river, my whole goal was to find the river and look at the fishing boats, and I never saw a single fishing boat that whole day. But here we have one. He's heading out. Doesn't look like he may or may not be going out fishing. He could be just heading down to test something on the boat, or go shopping, or who knows, visit some friends. All right, let's turn off the front-facing GoPro. Turn off the rear-facing. And now turn off the Hero 12. So here we are, just getting across the bridge, and straight ahead of me there's the prison. You don't want to hang out too long around prisons or police stations or army bases, but I think I'll stop right here on this corner just to take a look at the building. Wow, high cement walls, double layers of barbed wire curves, the very deadly kind. But yeah, the guard tower looks like all the glass has been smashed and there's no guards in it. But no, the building itself looks still in good enough condition that they're using it as a prison. No open doors, no open windows, no activity. Yeah, there's the corner, this far corner with another guard tower. I have a bit of a history with prisons because I've had the chance to visit a couple of them in other countries. If you just show up sometimes and say you're there to visit one of the prisoners, you can go inside and you ask them whether there's a foreigner being held there. So I did that in Peru, I did it in Ecuador, and I did it in the Philippines, and particularly in South America and Central America, you'll find Americans, Canadians, and Europeans in the local prisons, and they're, of course, they're there on various drug smuggling charges for the most part. And yeah, you just go into the prison as a visitor and ask around, and everybody will know. Hello. Everyone will know if there's an American or German or Italian being held there, and then they'll lead you to him, and you can have a very interesting conversation, and you can bring them, ask them what they need. They often need a lot of things in the prison, batteries or light bulbs or food or coffee or like anything at all, books.
How are you?
Hello. Toiletries, you know, toothbrush and soap and shampoo, and you can bring them kind of a care package. But I don't know if that's a possibility here. Somehow I don't think so.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, it's a very common sight, those corner kind of cafes. Hello. And the men are hanging out there a lot on Sundays in particular, I find. Sundays and Fridays. And if I wanted to, I could... Hello. I could pull over on my bike there, and they would definitely make room for me on the benches and get me something to drink, and we would have a chat.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So yeah, this is the small road that goes alongside the river. But there was an interesting sight. I've often wondered about the Becak, because I don't know to what extent they're all custom made, like homemade. Hello. It's Becak?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Di mana?
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, saya dari Canada.
Tinggal di mana? Hotel mana?
Malahayati Hotel.
Oh, Malahati.
Malahayati. Yeah.
Picnic.
Yeah, vacation, tourist.
Turis.
But saya tidak bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia.
Bisa.
No.
Saya lihat bisa.
No, bisa Inggris.
Inggris ya.
Inggris.
Dapat turis kami banyak.
Ko alam ko ini.
How much does it cost to make a Becak?
Kedatangan tamu kami.
Oh,
Kedatangan tamu dari Kanada. Saudara kita. What's your name?
Douglas.
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 Teman saya Douglas. Tinju itu.
No.
Douglas and Tyson.
Not me, no. No. I have a question.
Apa itu?
Berapa biaya pembuatan
Plastik.
Oh, sekitar 8 juta.
8 juta? 8 juta. Let's try that.
8,000.
8,000
8,000.
or 8 million?
Oh, no. 8,000.
No, 8,000 too low. 8
Million.
juta million.
Tidak.
So-
0,6.
So okay, that's 8 million.
Yes.
And dollars,
Sekitar 476.
$476 US. Okay.
Mau buat becak? Oh,
This-
no.
yeah, okay.
Bicycle and becak tadi.
Ah,
Yang naik duduk.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my bicycle. I can put it here. One more.
Satu lagi.
Satu lagi.
Does that price include the motorcycle?
Apakah harga tersebut sudah termasuk motornya? 8 juta itu sudah sama keretanya?
Apakah harga tersebut sudah
Tidak lah,
termasuk
Wan.
motornya?
Sama kereta? Sama kereta tidak lah. No.
Oh, only becak.
Becak.
And then motorcycle extra. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Takut ini. Baru kejadian. Bagaimana caranya aku nak boleh derek meminta sama dia?
How many becak do you make in 1 month?
Berapa kamu hasilkan membuat becak ini per bulan? Sebulan. Dia enggak apa.
Yeah, like
Berapa becak yang kamu buat dalam satu
Oh,
bulan?
berapa biji becak yang bisa kau buat dalam 1 bulan?
2, maybe 2. Oh, okay. Good. All right. Terima kasih. Yeah, camera. I have here and here
Jalan.
and
Tak payah lagi baca
here.
apa. Sudah ada bahasa apa? Oh.
3, so we can.
Ois. You.
Here you go, bro. And this one here.
Ini satu lagi kamu
Oh,
kan.
Sound the gun panel.
what does he say? Can I take a picture together?
Okay.
Ini baru cocok. Ini baru cocok.
Kami dari Indonesia.
1, 2. One more.
Video atau foto?
Kami dari Indonesia.
Thank you. Terima kasih. So that's the sungai?
Sungai.
Ah.
Mancing.
Okay. I'm going to go look. Just look at the sungai. Yeah, take a look. So right beside the becak shop, there's a pathway. Or maybe not. Yeah? Good. Just wanted to go down and see if I can see the river here. Though just as I was going down, I thought, ooh, I have to be careful because quite often the river is not reserved, but it is used for bathing and things. So I looked back to make sure, okay, is it okay if I go here? I don't want to surprise a bunch of women. So, but then they gave me a thumbs up and said, yeah, it's okay, you can go. I'll just take a quick look at the river. So, okay, so here's the river. Okay, this is the main river. For me, no. He wants me to come swimming. But no, and there's one of the main bridges of Tanjung Balai. The bridge I went across is around the corner over in that direction, so we can't see it. But yeah, here's some of the riverside houses. Yeah, they have a nice balcony there. And yeah, there we are, riverside life. And here comes a bunch of fishing boats. But yeah, a lot of people would come down here to wash their clothes and wash dishes. Actually, I was just about to leave, but the boats are getting closer. Might as well get a little bit of video. Look at that, it's almost like they're racing. I think it's pretty rare to see these small ones going that fast. A couple of young hotshots at the helm. Hello. Hello. How are you? Good. An interesting price for the becak. You can see a lot of them right here. So like there's a typical becak, a small, like a 2-seater, not that complicated. That looks to be the style that guy was making. So according to him, that one would cost 8 million rupiah, which is almost $500 US. So that's, according to the minimum wage here in Tanjung Balai, that would be somewhere around 4 months salary, 3 or 4 months salary, like your entire salary to buy a becak like that. Yeah, it looks like I may not be able to go this way. I'm gonna have to do a detour. They're setting up or shutting down a wedding celebration. Maybe I can go around it. Let's see. Yeah, looks like they're shutting down. Yeah, they're breaking down the platform. So the only way to get by is to pick up my bike and carry it across. Yeah, I shut down my GoPro to prevent overheating, but I just started it up again because I saw a glimpse of the river through here, and I want to go take a look at the river, and it'll also bring me by some houses here along the riverside. Oh. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Just go look at the sungai.
Yeah.
Ah, we're right by White Beach. I came to White Beach on a boat the last time I was here in Tanjung Balai. Yeah, my kickstand won't work here because the foot is too narrow. It just sinks right into the dirt. A good touring kickstand would have a big wide base so that you can use it on dirt, but this is just a city kickstand. But yeah, here's the river once again. To be honest, I wasn't that interested in the river. I kind of knew what it would look like. I wanted to come here as an excuse just to see the homes. But there's White Beach over there. And I went there on a boat. And then these are some of the riverside homes over here. Starting to feel the heat and the talking is starting to catch up to me like it did the other day. Starting to feel faint again. Like waves of dizziness are coming over me, but it's not nearly as bad as it was 2 days ago. I think I just need to sit down for a minute, slow down my breathing. Because I was talking in the other video. I thought I wasn't getting enough oxygen, but I think what happened was through cycling and talking, I was breathing too much. And so I was hyperventilating. I think that was what was causing the dizziness. So I just have to stop talking for a minute. Hi. My companion down at the river. Yeah, it's pretty hot out here in this direct sun.
Udah punya anak?
Oh, baby.
Berapa anggota?
Oh, malu-malu.
No, I do not have any children.
Janganlah.
I never got married in my life. There we are.
Tidak, saya tidak punya anak. Saya tidak pernah menikah seumur hidup saya.
So, yeah, no, picture? Hi. Yeah.
Jangan langsung. Udah. Enak. HP kemana? Lagi.
Dapat dari mana ini?
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Iya, buat konten.
Oh,
You take content?
yeah, YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, so everybody there is on video now.
Konten sini rame-rame.
But I can show you. It's
Apa namanya itu?
This is my channel name. Yeah,
Ini channelnya ada Bapak kan? Ada gini.
Planet Doug. That one. I don't have so many.
Gila nih. Satu lagi, Mister.
For the adults. I don't have so anymore. Okay.
Follow back. You take TikTok?
No TikTok, no. Only YouTube. All right. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So there's everybody behind me.
Thank you, Mister.
Nice to meet you. Okay, and rough. Yeah, walking out from that area, just glancing into the homes a little bit, because they always keep the doors open to cool down the interior. And similar to what I've seen in general, houses like that, they tend not to have a lot of furniture, so there will be a big carpet in the main living room, and then most people, the living all takes place there, basically sitting on the carpet, on the floor, on the rug. And I saw one woman had like almost like a jolly jumper. We had those when I was a baby back in Canada. It was like a spring that you mounted on a hook from the ceiling, and then you put a bassinet underneath it so it bounces up and down. I saw a woman in there bouncing a baby in one of these spring-loaded bassinets. Oh, okay. Well, I think I have to go off on another little detour here. I spotted a cement walkway That looks like it might be an interesting place to check out. So I think over time, the houses get built up over the water. Like right here on my right, you can see this house is built on piles of bricks. Yeah, I don't think those would survive any kind of an earthquake. If the ground shook here side to side, yeah, I think all those pillars would collapse. But it's a light wooden building, so it wouldn't be as serious as a cement collapse. But yeah, you can see near the river here, the land is very low and flooded a lot. And then in order to live here, you have to build the houses up onto platforms of various kinds. Now they're all connected together with this cement walkway. Yeah, it's funny how you look into one house and it seems like a bachelor pad, someplace where I would live. Like no comforts, very few decorations, just a wooden floor, basically. Let's head off in this direction first. And then you see others look a bit more like they have a woman's touch, where you have the nice rug on the ground and a jolly jumper and some decorations. But I don't think it's a question of whether there's single men living there or married or families. It's just a matter of what they can afford. And if they can afford it, they'll get a little bit of furniture and put a rug on the ground, make it more comfortable. Yeah, I'm doing much better today than a couple of days ago. Had a couple of feelings of hyperventilating and feeling a bit dizzy, but nothing like before. So I guess I'm definitely on the mend. Nice to know.
Where do you go, sir?
Oh, just around Tanjung Balai. Take pictures and video.
My video, sir. Where are you from, sir?
Canada.
Canada. Oh, nice to meet you,
Nice
sir.
to meet you.
Okay.
You too.
Have a nice day, sir. No.
Your son?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say you look so young.
Yes, I am 23.
23.
Yeah, sir.
62.
Oh, young.
So, yeah, I am 3 times older than you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So you live here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I live here.
Do you have a job here?
Yes, I job into
Into?
night clock 2. Jam 2.
Tidak mengerti.
Hotel.
Oh, hotel.
Hotel, sir.
Which hotel?
Grand Singhi Hotel.
Oh, Grand Singhi.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. And what do you do at the hotel?
I'm job in kitchen.
In the kitchen?
In the kitchen, sir.
Oh, nice. I stayed in the Grand Singhi 3 nights.
Oh, 3 nights.
3 nights, but a long time ago.
Breakfast.
I never had breakfast because
Why?
in the morning I'm always busy.
Obviously.
I drink coffee in my room on my computer, and so I don't have breakfast usually. Right now I'm staying at Malahayati.
Malahayati.
Malahayati Hotel, yeah. For me, cheaper. Better price for me.
Better price. Okay.
Yeah, Grand Singhi is nice, but more expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, good hotel though, Grand
Good
Singhi.
hotel, sir. Good hotel.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you,
it.
sir. Thank you.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Like your job, how much do they pay you in 1 month?
Per month 1,000. 1,000 berapa ya? 1.600.000 gitu, sir. 1,060
So maybe
rupiah.
maybe 1 million?
1,060.
Really, 1.6 juta?
Yes.
And how many hours per day do you work?
19 hours
9 hours per day.
per day. Yes, sir.
And days per week?
Yes, per week. 60 day is work and 1 day holiday, sir.
Okay. Which day is holiday? Friday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Today.
Today, this day, sir.
Tomorrow you go back to
Yes.
work. And okay. And you were born here
Yes, I'm born in here, sir.
in the Grand Singhi Hotel.
Yes, sir.
Do you meet many foreigners like me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you can speak English?
Little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. And in your house, how many people live in your house?
My mom, sister, and son.
Okay.
6 men.
Okay.
6.
Do any other people, they have a job or only you? Or another business?
My young sister is job and my teacher is job Malaysia.
I see. Oh, okay. And do they send money here from Malaysia?
No. He is save the money for the buy house.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Can I take the picture, sir?
Sure.
With the sun?
Yeah.
Foto. Wait a minute, sir.
Okay.
Ada yang mau foto? Siapa mau foto? Kanada. This Mr. from Canada.
Yeah.
Ada yang mau foto? Sahabat foto sini. Wait a minute, sir.
Okay.
Okay. What Canada? Wait, my mom, sir.
Oh, your mother.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
My mom, Canada. From.
Oh, I'm from Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, I'm from Canada. I'm a tourist.
Tourist.
Just a tourist, yeah, on holiday.
What's your name?
My name is Douglas.
Douglas.
Douglas. My hand is very wet.
Anna. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
This bike.
Yeah, just by bicycle.
Around here.
Just cycling by bicycle. Yeah. And I take a video sometimes. I take video when I ride my bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. Sungai.
Oh, sungai.
Yeah. So is this your store?
Yes, sir.
So you can also make money from the store.
Yeah.
I see. So you have salary and business.
No.
To-
It's my mom.
Your mom. Okay.
Friend you?
No, I came here before. So this time, 5th time. So I went to Banda Aceh, Bukit Tinggi, Padang, Pematang, Siantar, Lake Toba. Yeah, so and now Tanjung Balai. Oh,
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Tunggu.
Be
His
careful.
father in Malaysia, sir.
2, 3, dah.
Father in Malaysia.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In Malaysia.
Ah. Ay,
Sini foto. Sini foto. Dulu kamu dulu. Foto dia luti.
hello.
Sama dia ni. Tengok. 3. Dah. Bani. Foto balik.
Hey. Is that Facebook live stream? Oh no. Okay.
My mom is not have Facebook, sir.
I see. I thought she was taking a video.
Yes.
But
My teacher.
oh, it's your teacher. An English teacher?
No.
Oh, okay.
My teacher in school.
I see.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sorry about that, and thank you, sir.
Need to get so hot.
No, so hot. Yes,
Panas.
sir. So hot.
Yeah.
In Canada, in the winter, sir.
Cold.
Cool.
I like Canada.
Yes, sir. I know Canada is cool.
Yeah.
And Indonesia have 2 seasons.
Yeah. Canada, 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Yeah.
My son, sir.
Oh, that is your son as well? Okay.
One, take it in. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Hello. Hello to you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Can I try to take one picture with everyone?
Okay, let's go. Okay, sir.
All set?
Okay,
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. There we are.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, very nice to meet you.
Have a nice day, sir.
High five.
Have a nice day, sir.
High five.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
High five. All right.
Have a nice day, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Okay, sure. Take it. Saya dari Canada.
Ya, berfoto kalian. Fotoin.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what can we do here.
Oke.
Hello.
Lagi satu lagi. 1, 2. Ya. Nah. Lagi udah. Lagi. Ki, fotokanlah Kai. Kai, fotokanlah Kai. Kai. Malum lah. Kai. Macam kaki Kai. Canada.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I take a picture together? Like this? Everyone? One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. My name is Douglas. Douglas. Yeah. From Canada. Yeah.
From Indonesia.
I know. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello. So that was turning left when I came down here. Now I'm going to try turning right and seeing how far it goes in this direction. I don't know if it continues alongside the river. So yeah, I've left the whole area where I was just meeting a bunch of people was over here along the shore of the river. There's a cement walkway in front of their houses, and I didn't realize it, but at the back of their houses they have these ladders, and then the ladders of course go down to either directly to the boats or to a dock, and then they can get to their boats. So they get a lot of fishing boats docked here as well. And yeah, so that's the area where I was. And this is what I spotted on Google Maps, where a dirt road exits out. And I remember there was a bridge I wanted to cross, and that's the bridge over there. So when I go back, I'm going to try and get across that bridge. That'll be interesting. But I'm just going to cycle along here a little bit, come around to the bridge, and then I might head out back to Tanjung Balai to get a banana shake. I think I've been out enough for one day just now. Yeah, me and my GoPro are both suffering again. Oh boy, yeah. Talking too much, I'm hyperventilating again. But yeah, the GoPro battery is overheating constantly. So a lot of my interactions back there, I didn't get any of it on video because the GoPro kept shutting down, which is unfortunate. I guess if I really want to be able to trust my GoPro, I think I have to go back to 1080p. 4K video just produces too much heat. Hello. Hello. How are you? Photo? Okay. Here is okay? I have to stand beside you.
Kami doon
Okay.
Yes. Lagi mantap.
Thumbs up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Terima kasih. Oh.
Pida, caklah pida. Caklah. Sila.
My name is
Udah. Thank you.
Can I take one picture with my phone? With all together? Everyone together? 1, 2, 3. Pagi. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Bye bye. Terima kasih. Just Sungai and Tanjung Balai. And of course the Jamba. I want to go Jamba. Yeah.
jembatan.
No, Medan, no, Lake Toba. Lake Toba, yeah. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
So I followed the dirt road. Looks like it could go on for quite a while. I'm sure it's going to start getting rougher and rougher until it'll be impassable. So I'm only going to go a short distance here, and then I'm going to turn to my right, head into this area. It also seems to be built up over a marshy wetland. All the houses, I think, are up on platforms and stilts, and then I can, I think, work my way around to the bridge and then go back. lost my microphone again. I haven't figured out a way to keep it firmly in place. Yeah, the has a cold shoe mount for mounting my Rode Wireless Go receiver, and it used to be very, very tight, but it's gotten looser. But GoPro still hasn't introduced any kind of a good Bluetooth audio connection yet, so they're still behind DJI when it comes to that. Whew. Oh. Though, yeah, these back roads are just so rough. You can ride a bike like this here, but with all my cameras mounted, it just ends up shaking everything to pieces, so it's better just to walk for a little while. Menjambatani? Bridge? No, that's a verb. Oh, jambatan. Jambatan. There? There? Okay. It goes over the river, jambatan. So, I finally figured out what the local word for bridge is. Jambatan. Jambatan, yeah. And they say it might be this way. Whew. Hey. And the rain clouds are starting to move in as well, so this is probably a good time to cut this little ride and head back home. Hello again. Hello. Hello. Hi. All right, so here's the bridge. Very steep ramp. Let's see if I can make it up. Oh. Wow. What a bridge. Hey, yeah. Should be more than strong enough for my bike. They ride motorcycles across it all the time. Awesome little bridge. Oh. Oh. Who's that? Ah, photo? Okay.
Photo, mister. Photo.
Sure, okay.
Okay, photo, mister.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
She's so cute. Can I take one with everybody?
Okay, Mister.
3, 2, 1. One more. Thank you. Oh, okay. Sure.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Aku buat dulu ya, aku buat.
Satu lagi Mister.
Aku buat. Bye. Situ dulu, Bang.
Mister.
Oh,
Wah, let's go.
it's got a.
Betul, Mister. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mister. Okay. Cat dia satu lagi. Kirim tentang dia.
How about cool?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, Mister.
Anyway, nice to meet you. Terima kasih.
Mister, thank you.
Sama-sama.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. There we go. Okay, hati-hati. Hey. Hello. Whoa. There you go. Bye.
Saya mau foto di bawah saya.
Stop. Okay. Ah.
Boleh masuk ke rumah saya.
What's that? Your house?
Itu.
Hi. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Oh, photo, you and me. Hiya.
Benar kamu nak ajak kau Ustaz. Okey. 1, 2. Lagi lah. 1, 2.
Ah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Hey. Bye-bye. That was the, I think the very first, or maybe the second little laneway I went down right there, sort of retracing my steps. Oh, I forgot that I went through this wedding platform. Maybe I can go around it. Oh yeah, they've removed all the wood, so I have to go around it, I think. Maybe that way or that way. Hey. My name is Douglas.
Ah, my name is? My name is?
Douglas.
Douglas.
Douglas. Hui.
Rất là.
Hi. Heavy.
Okay.
All right. See it? Yeah, I'm from Canada. Yeah. See it? I think I'm almost back at the prison. Should be cycling by the prison in a minute or two. Hey. And that will get me to the bridge, across the bridge. And then from there I can turn right, hopefully to this fruit drink stall. Yeah, just going by the prison, more and more I'm thinking that it must be out of service or something. Oh, I hear an air conditioner running. So maybe it's, yeah, there's not a lot of activity around it. Like visitors or like any entrance or exit, nothing going on. And here's the bridge. Right up ahead, I think, is where I got a nice banana smoothie the last time I was in this neighborhood. Let's see if I can recreate that wonderful experience. Funny thing is, in my lifetime, as I said, I've gotten pretty bad stomach bugs fairly frequently, and every time it happens, I end up associating that illness and all that pain with a specific meal or a specific drink. And then from that day onward, I can never look at that same meal again. I have this instinctive reluctance. It's like, no. I thought of that because I just passed by a sugarcane juice stall. And I got sick from sugarcane juice terribly one time. Oh, I was gonna say my fruit drink place looked to be closed, but no, there's one more over here. Here it is, Kaifa Juice 2. There's my fruit juice place. Kaifa Juice Premium. And there's their menu. And it's all made with fresh fruit. Everything here is fresh. Look at that. Can't get anything nicer than that. And at first I was worried. I thought they didn't have any bananas, but they've got everything. There's the bananas up there. Pineapple, carrots, apples, oranges, avocado. That's the one I'm getting to start. Oh, there it is there. Yeah, apricot. So there's my avocado juice with a chocolate sauce. This was 12,000 rupiah. It's about 70 cents US. So good. And I'm going to have at least one more shake, like a banana one, in addition to this. I may even have 2 of them. We'll see. But with that, I think that's the end of my small adventure for today. Pretty pleased with how that turned out. I was so curious about that district of Tanjung Balai, and it turned out to be even more interesting than I thought, especially if you take the time to just walk down to the river and see some of the riverside housing and the small streets and the houses there. Really quite interesting. Very friendly people, of course. It's not often that they see somebody like me down there, so everyone wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to get a selfie. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, I think that is it. Just one last thought. I was talking to the man who worked at the Grand Singhi Hotel, and I was thinking that his salary was fairly low. 6 days a week, 9-hour shifts, and he said his salary was 1.6 million per month. My understanding is that the minimum wage even here is closer to like 2.8 million per month. So he's like way below minimum wage. And he's married, has children, has a house, his mother lives with him. So it's like, how does he support all these people? So I did ask him, well, do other people in your family have a job, or do you have another business? Like, how do you make ends meet? And he said, no, nothing. Just me. I guess his sister works in Malaysia, but she's saving her money to buy a house eventually. So she's not sending money back. But then just as we were leaving, I saw him go into a little shop. And I asked him, he says, oh yeah, that's my mother's shop. So he has his salary, but his mother also makes a living through this little store that they built into their house. And I bet you if I dug a little bit deeper, I'd find out that they had other small sources of income from other family members or from himself, or they might have a plot of land where they grow bananas or palm oil. Like, you never know. There's always these little things there. Like, nobody's getting rich on that, but there's often, they pull together a lot of streams of income to pay for the whole family. They don't depend on one salary normally. So yeah, that's normally how it goes. So it was interesting to find out that they also had a store. A very small one, not like an Indo-Maret or anything, but anyway. So with that last thought, I'm shutting down for now. Thanks for hanging out with me. There's always a little sprinkling of bonus content over on the Planet Doug Patreon. So go check that out if you're in the mood. And I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the Blue Dot feature, And I think I'm going to make the blue dot for this video very short and sweet because I already showed on Google Maps at the beginning of this video basically where I was going to go, and I essentially did exactly that. I'm just going to add a little bit more detail here in the blue dot. So, as always, let's start with a very wide view to show where this video takes place in the world. And it takes place here on the island of Sumatra in Indonesia. All of these islands that you see here are part of Indonesia. And the town of Tanjung Balai is located right about here on the coast of Sumatra. We've got Malaysia right across the Malacca Strait, and then the rest of Southeast Asia up here to the north, Philippines off to the east, and then India, Sri Lanka off to the west. So let's zoom in on Tanjung Balai. There it is. It popped up right away. Tanjung Balai is a largely fishing town. And as I showed in the Google Maps segment at the beginning, I was staying here at the Hotel Malahayati, and the region I wanted to visit on this bike ride was this kind of a peninsula over here. And it turned out that I did do exactly that, and as I planned, I left from the Hotel Malahayati and rode along this smaller road, still very busy though, until I got to this main road, and I followed the main road until I got to this intersection, turned right. I had to go around a roundabout here, but that allowed me to turn right, went down here, crossed the bridge, stopped on this bridge here to look at the river. So let's zoom in a little bit more. So I stopped here for a minute and I looked upriver. There's a dam over here that I pointed out, a restaurant sitting right here on the shore, and then when you look in this direction, you're looking out towards the main river here. And I stopped at this point to show the prison, and this is the prison right here at this end. If we hover over here, we can see the name of the prison. It is a Class 2B prison, and I get the idea that it's actually closed on Sundays. I mean, I guess the prisoners would have still been inside, but it was closed to the public, to visiting. So I didn't see any activity at all, and maybe that's why it looked so abandoned, just because it was a Sunday. But anyway, I rode to here, turned left, and then I cycled along this road, past the prison, until I got down here to the corner, and then I turned and followed the shore of the river along here. And then from time to time I would see, well, the first place I stopped was a Becak construction shop, like a metal welding shop where they were building Becak, and that was somewhere along here. And then I continued on, and then from time to time I would see an interesting little road, like a laneway, almost like a cement path going down to the river, and I would roll my bike along until I got to the edge of the river, met all kinds of people. We all took pictures together, of course, and then I walked along or rode my bike further until I saw another interesting pathway, and then I would head down in there and take a look around. So I continued to do that until I got all the way out to here. And I think to understand this, it's better to go to a satellite view, because on satellite view now we can see the dirt road. And I basically followed this pathway all the way along to here, and then I turned off onto the dirt road here. And here again, a bunch of children from the local area, they ran up to me, and I had another selfie taking session right here. And then I rode my bike along here and went down a short hill here, turned inwards this way, rode back along this road, and this is where that very interesting bridge was located, and I rode my bike across the bridge, and then that sent me back into this area that I'd already visited, and I essentially rode my bike all the way back along this road and turned the corner, past the prison again, and then I went across the main bridge to here, turned right, and then there was the fruit smoothie stand is right here. I guess it's right in the parking lot of a Indo Maret and an Alpha Mart. I guess there's two of them here. They're not showing up as I zoom in, but it was somewhere in this area just before this other bridge. And it was right here that I ended the video as I was enjoying my snack. So that's basically it. Started here at the Hotel Malahayati, rode down to this peninsula area, exited out on this dirt road, and then turned around and went back and went here to the fruit stop. I was also recording a relive video during the day and taking a bunch of pictures, but something went wrong with relive and I wasn't able to add the photos or add music or anything like that. But just for fun, I will insert the bare bones relive video right here, and that will be the end of the Blue Dot segment. And I will see you in the next one.